guys, it's TheFatRat Gaming, where the motto is good gaming gone bad. And welcome back to Arcade Spirits 1 year anniversary revisit. I'm very happy to be back again. As always, I'm wearing my Ghost Monsters t-shirt for these kind of series because I like the shirt fits perfectly with the series I'm doing, so I might as well wear it every time I'm recording this game. But we last left off, we just finished our first day on the job, and we're really smooching it up and hitting up on Queen Bee, because it's interesting to see a lovable character interacting with a nerd, with an anger-induced gamer. So it's quite interesting. So we're gonna go back. When we last left off, we were on chasing ghosts. So return. All right, let's do this. Hello. Beautiful. Arcade Spirits. Yay, my favorite. Level 2, Chasing Ghosts. Yay, I'm excited. It is the future year of 20XX. And you know what? Things are going pretty okay. I've worked the floor attendant at the funplex for 2 weeks now. Hard work, to be sure, but rewarding, in a spiritual sense at least. I helped Naomi repair pinball games. I've had tea with Francine, and she reminisced about the far-out 1960s. I evaluated gamers when the kitchen accidentally caught on fire. I've had numerous kids puking up nachos on my clothes. I've come off any number of surfaces. I've chased what turned out to be entirely too many spiders out of a single skee ball machine. Okay, look. I know I'm not painting a very rosy picture so far, but honestly, I'm happy. I'm happy even amidst the chaos and the grossness. I'm happy, and that's all that matters, right? Right! You're happy! This is the best I've seen you in ages, Jessica. Before you'd come home all drained and exhausted. Now, well, you're still tired, but a good tired. My roommate Juniper, she's taken to stopping by during her lunch breaks whenever she could get away from her office cubicle long enough to do so. It's still hard work, don't get me wrong. But overall, it's good work. I just feel good. Totally good and stuff.
Yes!
Good. Agreed. Super good. Double plus good. Iris, we've talked about you listening in on my conversations. What did I tell you about that? To pretend I wasn't eavesdropping even when I am. Exactly. You know, I'd be more upset about my creepy privacy-invading digital overmistress, but I've had to admit that Iris really pulled through for me. Even if she's also ordered a 3-hour supply of pizza bagels on my behalf.
When you have pizza on a bagel.
But Jessica, when you have pizza on a bagel... So Juniper, how long do you have left on your break? Any time to squeeze in some pinball or something? I can spot you tokens. No, can do. Our new assistant synergy manager arranged a team building exercise. I have to, like, move colored bits of paper around or something, and then exchange high fives. Assistant synergy manager? That sounds like a very vague job. Yeah, it's actually entry level, good pay, and right on track to middle management. Pretty cushy, if a bit dull. Funny thing is that they've asked me if they asked me if I knew anybody who'd fit before they started advertising for candidates, and I said, nope, who would want to do that? When was that exactly? Oh, 2 weeks ago. So 2 weeks ago, right when I needed to find work, you told me that you didn't know any good candidates for a well-paying entry-level job.
Oh, well, but you wouldn't have liked being an assistant synergy manager, right? Not one bit.
I wouldn't have. I would have hated the job. Juniper? Please tell me you told him no because I'd already taken this job by that point. No, not because you forgot.
Hey, I didn't forget.
You sure?
I just, didn't bother telling you about the open position that night.
Got it.
I mean, you'd already had so many jobs you hated. I knew you'd hate being an assistant synergy manager, so
well,
I didn't feel the need to tell you.
I thank you for that.
And it all worked out, right? You just spent the last 5 minutes telling me how happy you are here.
That is very true. Not a lie, I was happy here indeed. Also, not a lie, having packed pizza bagels for lunch after having pizza bagels for breakfast because we barely have enough money to cover the rent this week, pulled together. Also, not a lie, Gavin constantly hiding the numbers from us, insisting things were fine, all while dryly joking about perpetually being on the edge of crash and burn. Also not a lie, as every time someone in my family tried to chase after happiness instead of stability, we fell deeper and deeper into debt and misery.
Ooh.
Jessica, say something. You're scaring me. Well, I lost my lifeguard job. I barely reacted. Didn't care that I was improvised again and facing an uncertain future. I guess one of the nasty side effects of no longer going with the flow is no longer being numb to the reality of your situation. But I shouldn't feel upset. I've been generally enjoying my new job. It has restored my sense of hope that my days can be something to live through, not just endure. I have no right to angry or upset after losing an opportunity at a safer, more stable future, right? It's okay. It's okay, I'm where I want to be. So, I won't be angry or upset. Simple as that. I've decided I'm done compromising, right? Done with settling, going with the flow. I'm going to be the one to break the family curse. I chose the path of my own free will. Even if I didn't have all the facts at the time. But if I'm going to be honest, boundless confidence doesn't cover the simple fact that I chose to be vulnerable rather than safe. If the arcade closes, if anything else goes wrong, still, no need to dump all that on Juniper. It's okay, Juniper. You're right. I'd have hated that job, and things are great here.
Oh, good. You were kind of freaking me out. Trust me, it's the right decision. You'd learn to loathe working at my office, like I do. I mean, sure, the pay is good, and you get solid health insurance, and paid vacation time, and they have a sweet coffee shop right in the lobby.
Not helping!
And these really great chairs that support your lower back, like $1,000 chairs
Juniper,
from Sweden crafted by
not
master chairsmiths.
helping! I don't think she understands the word of not helping. Juniper, I said it's fine. Everything is fine. Honestly, I'm okay. I mean, I won't deny that job would have been safer bet. I want to contribute my fair share to the apartment rent, you know? But what's done is done. I'd rather look forward than look back.
Right. Forget I said anything. Please forget I said anything.
I will. I love you anyway. Wait, hold on. I've never really read these games before. The one I can see very clearly in the background looks like Pario Marty. Okay, it is. It is Pario Marty. Okay, then. Moopy, Time Shooters, reference to Time Crisis, Fast Cars, Castle Crunch, funny jokes.
I'm sorry. I should have told you. I shouldn't have held that back.
Pario Marty.
But I still wouldn't have pushed you to take the job. It's totally horrible at my office. You'd have been miserable there, like me.
Juniper, it's cool. You're right. I'd have hated it. Okay, good. I've got a good feeling about all this. I think you're right where you need to be, even if I was kind of dumb about getting you here. Hey, I gotta get back to the office. Have a good lunch, okay? I can feel the distant rumble of frozen box pizza bagels taunting me from the recently repaired employee break room. Yeah, okay. And you have a good rest of the hours of your day, yeah? You bet. I'm okay with this. Everything is fine. Right? Right. What I need to do right now is distraction and frozen pizza bagel bites are most certainly not it. My pocket money is still really slim, but I think I need to step out for some fresh air and treat myself to a better lunch than that. And hey, maybe some company too. Nice and distracting. Talk to someone who's about anything other than this. Let's see who's available. It's Queen Bee. Yay! Queen Bee's here. Okay. Person taking a break from his squirrel chasing. I've already done Teo. Ashley. Nah. What Queen Bee? It's awfully quiet near the Fist of Discomfort cabinet. I'm feeling rather alarmed here. That's normally a peak time for Queen Bee to be streaming matches. What's she up to now? Oh no. As I get closer, I see her behind the game, fiddling with one of her webcams, clearly soaked in frustration. Everything okay, Queen Bee? No, everything is not okay. She grumbles to herself and continues to meddle with the wires. Can I help with anything? I don't know. Can you figure out why a newly updated device driver suddenly stopped talking to the webcam it supposedly just improved? But it was flaking out on me before I bit the bullet and upgrade, so maybe it's the hardware. A dead wire? This is such a cord hell right now. Oh, sorry. I'm silicone illiterate, sure, but not exactly techno mage. Listen, kid. Unfortunately, I don't have time or effort to deal with this right now. My main webcam isn't working, and I don't think it'll be working for the rest of the day. I can ask Naomi to take a peek at it later. She's the one who helped you rig this up in the first place, right? Ugh. Can't wait that long. I've got matches to stream. I need it working now. Well, how about you take your mind off it for a while then? I'm about to go to my lunch break. Care to join me? Queen Bee's whole demeanor relaxes a bit when I mention mealtime. She sighs heavily. Fine, you're probably right, kid. Maybe not staring at wires for a bit will help clear my head. Maybe even help me with this sort the mess out myself afterwards. I want to go to the whole store. Get me some sugar. Want to go to the whole store with me? The bookstore? Do they have food there? Do they have food? You are too funny, kid. Of course they have food. Best coffee and donuts in the world. And I'm famished. Let's go already. Okay, before I can even laminate about eating my pizza bagels I brought, Queen Bee is dragging me out of the arcade. I sigh reluctantly and give in. It's ready for this anyway. After what I've dealt with this morning, I deserve to give myself a little treat. I probably won't even admit to myself, but I'm totally getting sick of those pizza bagels. Despite coming to the store strip mall for 2 weeks, I haven't actually visited out our neighbors. Mostly I did whatever needed doing. Took orders from Gavin, lent a hand to Ashley and Nomi, things like that. Whatever the job happened to call for, no more, no less. I couldn't say to be part of any community outside the immediate circle of my coworkers, whereas others visited the whole store frequently. Queen Bee leads the way into a shop that smells strangely of dusty old books and sugary sweets. I don't think I'd ever been in a little independent bookstore. Or a bookstore at all, for the matter. It's 20XX who buys books in brick and mortar stores anymore. But despite the subdued atmosphere compared to the arcade, there are customers present and accounted for, sipping coffee, reading old tomes, and yes, munching donuts. Queen Bee secures a tiny table for us before directing me to the bar. Hang on, what the heck is up with this menu? It's organized by the Dewey Decimal System. I'll take a Frank Herbert. I'm paying, just got my stipend from some game yesterday, and feel like celebrating. I mumble up thanks, trying not to make a big deal of it. Cash is tight, and bouquet cafe pastries wouldn't help my situation much. A pair of middle-aged guys wait to take my order. Hey, I'd like wait, what's your favorite drink? One super sweet glazed chocolate sprinkle special with an orange juice. I'll have a Shell Silverstein.
One chocolate with sprinkles and juice. Coming up.
I love them! The second follows put together my order and drop a small book of extremely silly poetry on the tray with me. Huh. A literal literary lunch.
With alliteration, apparently.
Say, you work at the funplex, don't you?
Correct.
Right. We've seen you walk past our doors every morning and evening.
Hi, guys!
Like clockwork, tick-tock.
Right, sorry. I've introduced myself. I should have introduced myself. Floor attendant Jessica MacArthur at your service. I'm inside gal for tokens and tickets.
Oh, we are lousy at video games.
Totally lousy.
But Francine's just a peach, isn't she?
Sweetest dame you'll ever meet.
I love these boys.
Regardless, welcome to The Whole Story.
Hello!
I'm Ben.
I'm Matt.
Aww.
No relation to the actors.
Although they're cuties, and so are we.
Oh, stop.
Stop being cute? Never.
The best gay boys! I want to hug them! Apparently the sugar is available in forms other than round and whole.
Anyway, don't let us stop you from having fun on your little date.
Wouldn't dream of it.
It's not a date.
Just friends, then? Friendly friends on a play date?
Maybe the real date was the friends we made along the way.
God damn it.
I'd say the real friends were the friends we made along the way.
Ha
What if the way was also the real friends who were the real friends we made along the way?
Okay, now you're just being silly.
And how?
You're confusing me.
Anyway,
My sweet bee.
next
I love
order,
it.
please.
A pair waves the next customer in as I return to Queen Bee's table with her order on a nicely decorated wooden tray. Queen Bee is stuffing donuts down her gullet. I think she might be angry eating, but I'm not sure. Actually, I think it's the first time I've actually seen her eat anything. Normally she's way too focused on matches to take a snack break. So, Queen Bee. She holds up a finger to silence me. Finishes chewing and swallows. Ah, I feel so much better now. Hangry much? You know it. Sometimes I get so focused about everything I forget to eat. Eating is important. You should do it more regularly. 9 out of 10 people say that they prefer to starving to death. Yeah. Hey, what are you eating? Can I have some? She pokes at my choice of arguable nutrition. Hey, wait a sec. Poke her food back. Queen Bee still has a pastry left on her plate. All's fair in love and war than poking food wars. I lean over the table and begin to prod her meal. Hey, don't turn my biscuit. Now it's got all your germs on it. Ew. Can't take the heat. Don't start fire. Ha! Point taken. Queen Bee rolls her eyes and sticks out her tongue jokingly. Whatever, you win this round, kid, but next time that donut will be mine. Besides, you sound like you need that more than sugary treats as a good de-stressor. You haven't been acting like your normal company drone self around the arcade for today. Guessing the stress is mounting? What? And you're not stressed at all, huh? Well... Yeah, okay. I'll admit it. Things have been stressful with streaming lately. Oh? How so? Because with esports streaming, everything has to be perfect all the goddamn time. I'm not like you, where if you miss a stray gum wrapper or the plexiglass isn't polished or shine, Gavin will let it slide. Clearly you haven't worked for Gavin. Okay, Francine will let it slide. Look, I'm not a metaphor person.
My point is, when you're a public figure, an esports competitor, a streamer, an internet sensation, you gotta hustle. 100% hustle. 110% hustle. You only see folks like me and Teo from backstage. You aren't watching from the audience. Different situation entirely there.
You sure?
There's no room for error. If one thing is wrong, I'll get punished for it, one way or another. If not by the chat, which constantly seeks my blood and salty tears, then by my own team. They're always evaluating my performance. Things go badly enough, my viewer count goes down, and I could lose my sponsorship.
Calm down.
Then everything.
Ooh, I like this. Damn. Damn indeed. You see what I mean? Take the world down. I put yourself through all, but you told me your ratings were all-time high. Take the world down in flames when all that's rude. Wait, that doesn't sound right. It's like we remember Queen Bee mentioning that her stream sub count was through the roof. I thought you were still red hot popular streamer. Why all worry? You're doing great. You should be proud of what you've accomplished. It's true. I am awesome. But that doesn't take away from the fact that it's still stressful to keep it up all the time. I can't slack and stay awesome at the same time. She sighs. That all makes sense, but you have to take time for yourself and relax. Easier said than done. I know streamers who take a week off, go on vacation or something, and their subs drop off the face of the earth. But I also know burnout's a serious thing. I do need to take breaks. And if I'm gonna relax, you should follow the same advice, kid. Huh? I saw your little action with your roomie this morning. Don't worry, I wasn't eavesdropping. I merely noticed you didn't look right after that. So you remember, take time to relax, reflect, keep your together. While I'm on top of you, I'm thinking you should also find a hobby. What? Why? I see you working that floor every day. You just go through the motions and you look so bored all the time. I think if you had something else going on, you'd be much happier. Thanks?
Nope, no way.
Hey, I'm not trying to be, I'm not trying to be harsh. Trust me, I used to be like you long ago, but I found my passion, and now the rising star of L7. I know you've got something worth fighting for inside you, too. Use it. Well, this got a little awkward. A little too right on the point for me to feel comfortable. Beep, beep. Lunchtime is over. And Irish with the best distraction. Time to go back to the arcade. I'll, see you back there, Queen Bee. She waves me off. I still have that last donut to finish. I'll be back at the funplex before you know it. She stuffs her face once more, and I gather my stuff and head back to the funplex. It's interesting sitting with Queen Bee. Time for the afternoon shift. There's usually, when things heat up, after the quiet morning, more kids coming after school, more programmers rolling in with the crews. I head back to the desk, ready to take up the care of needs taken care of when I'm intercepted en route. Jessica, Ashley, you're both back. Good, I was hoping to catch you before we left. Ooh, what's up? Hamza's up.
Okay.
He is? Huh. Okay. Ashley, I'll bring the van around shortly. Jessica, you're flying solo today. Hang on, what's happening exactly? Who's Hamza? Hamza's a game finder, an auctioneer, and gives next to no notice of when a new block of games will be going under the gavel, so we need to move. Ashley, Naomi, Francine, and I will be going to the auction for this rest of the afternoon while you run the funplex. My first instinct is to nod and go along with it. Gavin's the law around these parts, but Queen Bee's words are still dangling in my way of the mind. Doing what needs done is great now, but maybe I need to step up a bit more. Push the idea of being trapped in here during our heaviest hour with no support was hardly appealing. How about Ashley and I swap places? I come with you. Is there a reason it has to be Ashley and not me?
Nope.
Definitely not. He just needs muscle to help move games around. I want muscle. Well, I got a muscle or two. Just ask Naomi. I help her move games all the time. Yeah! I feel like such a third wheel at those auctions. Anyway, let Jester be the third wheel. Let me handle the floor. I'll be the finest third wheel you ever met. Trust me. I want to do more than I've been doing. Different things. New things. Show some initiative, like... I suppose it wouldn't change much to bring Jessica instead. But no costume time today, Ashley. I need you non-plush fingers on duty in case of ticket jams. Pinky can stay in storage for this afternoon. I'm just happy to be helping folks out one way or another. I need to get the van. Wait out front, please. We'll probably be closed by the time you get back, so I'll see you in the morning, Floor Attendant Ashley. Floor Attendant Ashley, away! Hi, Francine. Leaving me waiting outside with my two traveling companions. Not much time to chat hello. Gavin pulls his van and a rental trailer around. Oh my, how exciting. I rarely go on adventures these days. It's just a quick trip, ma'am. Any trip is an adventure if you make it one, shall we? The four of us pile in and it's off to the highway. Ah yes. Gavin consulting a driving map on his phone. And his phone leads us to the city via a series of weird turns and back roads. Trust me, this will save time in the long run. Where's Hamza set up this time? On site at some abandoned estate just outside town. It's about to be torn down, but they found a trove of arcade games in the basement.
Woohoo!
So exciting! I love arcade raids. Arcade auctions. Raids. Auctions. You guys got an arcade to English dictionary I could borrow? Fancy without looking for vanilla antics. A raid is when a bunch of collectors get together and rent some games before they can be junked by the original owner. An auction is when someone sells off their arcade games one at a time to a crowd of active bidders. So, which is this? A raid or an auction? It's both, dearie. Hamza, that sweet boy, buys a private collection before they can be thrown away. He rescues them from the terrible fight and then auctions off his hands, sort of. Okay, now I'm fuzzy on the sort of part. I'm a newbie here, remember? Well, okay, so Hamza obviously auctioned off games for cash money, but he's a very whimsical kind of guy. Once I saw him trade a vintage burger... Once I saw him trade a vintage burger time in exchange for someone's super secret chili recipe, passed down through generations of a family. In other words, he's just on the edge of being a loon. This would be a lot simpler if it was just a raid. We pay up front, we declare that game we want, and then cart them away. Instead, he's ambushed us with some impromptu auctions and makes us come down there to entertain his whims.
Wonderful.
I think it's sweet. He wants to make sure the gamers go to good homes to people who really want them, even if they can't pay. And really, we should be honored. We've got an invitation. He's trying to cut out the big franchise arcades like Necklace Palace and help the little guys like us. It's efficient and relies entirely on keeping on Hamza's good side. Huh? Helping out the little guys sounds good here. I'm guessing Hamza is the sort of person who will let kid have the game of his dreams for free. He doesn't care about money, he cares about people, am I right? Correctamundo. Hamza's a great guy. He's hard to predict, sure, but he's got a big heart, and that means as something in this business, not enough big hearts left these days. Yes, because that's how you pay the bills and keep doors open, by having a big heart. I won't deny we can sometimes squeak out a trade that's practically a steal, thanks to his personal modus operandi, but let's not push too far here. We need to temper our expectations of the license.
I think not.
We don't have room to add any more games, especially relics like Hamza usually deals. What about an off-site storage unit? We can just rotate games in and out more often. Nearly full to bursting and not cheap for us to rent on a monthly basis. I'm not saying we have to go home empty-handed. Certainly a few holes in our roster we can fill should we find an excellent deal and beat out the other bidders. But consider this. Above anything else, we way to maintain relations with Hamza, even if we don't end up bidding. Aww.
Now, Naomi. Gavin knows the numbers. I'm in favor of making our little funplex more and more fun. But floor space is finite.
Correct.
And, Gavin, remember, if we find some darling little game Naomi would lavish adoration upon, we can
Yep.
always retire an older game.
Very true.
Life, my young friends, is a series of trade-offs.
You're not wrong. Well, isn't it better to, just not to settle and compromise all the time?
Well, now, there are trade-offs, and there are trade-offs.
What?
It's silly to say that you should never compromise, as silly as it is to say you should always compromise. It's what you compromise that defines who you are.
Correct.
You're all so young yet. You've time to make mistakes in learning what trade you need to make.
Unless you don't make the rent on your apartment or stomach's ground. Iris and Juniper have pushed me to stop settling for less out of life, to stand up for myself and my happiness. And I've done just that without regrets, so everything should be fine now, right? Right? New default topic diversion. The weather. Well, at least it's a nice day for an outing, right? Oh, come on! Wonderful. Glad I packed plastic bags to wrap cameras in just in case. That's our Gavin. Always thinking ahead. Trying to protect your investments, huh? From Hamza's invitation, it seems this arcade was largely abandoned up to rock. I'd rather not add water damage to the environment of games that already suffering. It's so sad that you have to come across a wonderful game that's just ruined beyond repair. Most collectors show their collections a lot of love, but others just don't care. You find old games in barns or closed dorms falling apart. I suppose this is one thing we can easily agree on. It's important to take care of your games. For their resale value, A broken game no fun to play with. It's a shame to see a plastic in terrible condition. Consider pinball. Pinball games are very prone to breakdown, particularly over the ones. To experience them in their glory, you need to show them care. Even beyond a busted game earning no quotas, it feels like a waste to allow an enjoyable game to life follow. A waste of true potential. Good point. Glad to see those two are even if Naomi is prematurely attacking him along the way there. With the rain pouring down, the random moves, the conversation is difficult. Try to considering what they're going to winning or driving. Leaving to wonder exactly where this auction and or raid happened later. We're driving for some time when we seem far behind. What would a massive arcade be doing this far out in sticks? Maybe it's so cold, maybe it's sent cold down river or a bowling alley, or a maybe creepy old house that's likely haunted by exactly 87,994 ghosts. Ah, the classic MacArthur Luck and Play. So majestically awful. Gavin for a long time, I never love vans, trucks, and we're a little late it seems. Good grief. Is this really the auction site? Creepy. Definitely creepy. At least an 8 on the creepometer. You're not wrong. An old home has character, I feel. Let's not judge it by the exterior, shall we? With all speed, the group hurries inside to get away from the weather. Oh my goodness, there's a lot of dust up top. A large group have already gathered. A large group has already gathered in the foyer for Crumbling Estate, but one rushed forward to greet us in the blur as all the other little paid lines.
Greetings, friends.
Hello, Hamza! How are you today?
Hamza welcomes our friends from the funplex.
Hi,
Welcome,
Hamza.
welcome.
Love you.
Gavin, stalwart as ever. Naomi, love what you've done with your hair. Miss Francine, a beauty surpassed only by your wisdom.
Good. Oh, fresh.
And
Hello.
a new player, it seems. Who might you be?
Jessica MacArthur.
I see. Greetings to you and yours.
Uh-huh.
I am known as Hamza, seeker of antiquity, finder of things lost, player of games.
Correct.
And welcome to, well, not my home, but a place where Hamza shall provide hospitality regardless.
Yay. Seeker of Antiquities? 1980X is antique? I wasn't aware Reagan-era amusement machines were antiques on par with the Turin Track. I made him laugh. You have fire indeed, but rest assured, many a holy grail may lurk in the arcade below. You may even find your own relic of a holy nature by eve's end. Alas, I am not a moment to enjoy your fine company, Jessica Malapa. Perhaps later, but for now, it is time. Clapping twice for attention, Hamza rallies the small crowd into a room to begin the proceedings. Friends, companions, longtime allies of noble art of the arcade, welcome, welcome to Donnerwood. Its story begins nearly 30 years ago, when legendary pop musician Donna Michaels, singer of such hits as Thrilling and Mama Don't Mop, did a stately pleasure dome decree. Here, the reclusive idol crafted a private amusement park, a petting zoo, and an arcade. Alas, she could only enjoy the paradise for a short 10 years before her tragic death. Needless to say, the estate has fallen on hard times ever since in this year it should be torn down to make way for condominiums. But not before we have our
Friends, those games that Donna Michaels cherished still lurk one floor
get the
below,
joke.
ready to be rescued from such a terrible fate. It
get
is
the
our
joke.
moral imperative to do so.
It's a joke on Donna, like Madonna, and I think, because Mama Don't Mope is a reference to Mama Don't Weep by Madonna, I think. I may be wrong.
I have paid the estate owners a princely sum for the entire lot. Now, Hamza parcels them out to you. By all means, browse the collection. See which pieces sing out to you.
Okay.
On the far table, you shall find refreshments, grapes, sparkling wine, and delicacies from my travels. Mingle, cavort, and we shall begin the auction in 1 hour's time.
Yay! Indeed, a lavish arranged table that probably costs more than a single arcade game to put together is descended upon the invitees soon after. I feel like I'm attending some ancient Roman celebration of debauchery and gluttony. Not an arcade raid, or an arcade auction, or whatever. Donna Michaels, I knew it. I should have recognized Donna when we pulled in, but it was raining too hard. Who? You've never heard of Donna Michaels? She was the hottest musical act of 1980X. Naomi, I was born in 1990X. I'm totally plugging my phone into the van stereo so we can blast Girls Just Want to Play Games all the way home. Oh! I get it. There are references to Cyndi Lauper, Madonna, I think a few other itchy nose. Girls want to play games all the way home. But first, I'm gonna check out the cabinets in our arcade. I'm not really into mingling later. She has off with all speed, heading for the stairs leading below. Suppose I should be. My God, fuck off. Suppose I should go network a bit. Hamza's events always draw an interest crowd of rival arcade owners. Heading for the foodstuffs, Gavin arranged himself a plate so he can excuse to hang around and eavesdrop on other collectors, leaving me to do stuff. Now I see why Ashley was bored at these events. Gavin schmoozes, Naomi analyzes finds, and Francine already napping in a chair. I've got nothing to do. Well, when in doubt, find someone who you know what they're doing and stick to them like glue. Let's go browse the games. I think we browse it. Let's go schmooze along. I think I did with Naomi last. I don't want to we'll schmooze with Gavin this time. I already got my fill of arcade games on a daily basis. No need to stare in wonder at those dusty boxes. I'm curious about what's cooking up here and with those other arcade owners, so I seek out Gavin to watch learn from the master. Gavin, armed with a small plate of delicacies, is hanging back for now and sizing up the competition. A perfect moment for me to slide on up, and have a chat with him. So, any friends in attendance tonight?
I'd hardly call anyone in this room a friend. Not even Hamza.
Hey, Hamza's a nice man. You shut your mouth.
You'd be better off not seeing them that way either. These are our colleagues. Somewhere between an ally and an enemy. A rival, perhaps.
Perhaps. That's a bit of a cold way of looking at it.
It's practical. I can't afford to invest any real emotional currency in any of these people. Not when I have to look out after my own.
Now you would argue he's had a hard time investing any real emotion currency in his own people, but he's too focused on the crowd to get into
While I'm friendly with plenty of folks, I do hesitate to declare pure friendship. It wouldn't be fair to the other person.
True. How do you figure?
Consider a true, unfettered friendship. The kind with no conflicts of interest, no strings attached. It's difficult when you're in the same business together.
It is, but at the same time, you'd be friends with them.
If I'm friends with another arcade owner, I'm liable to make bad business decisions that help out my friend, and vice versa. I wouldn't want to burden them with that.
Okay.
Either I hurt my business and my fellow employees,
Disastrous.
which would be disastrous, or they hurt theirs to better support me and mine. It's messy.
It is, but at the same time...
Better to be friendly than friends, for all involved.
Okay. What about workplace romance within a work unit? How with a rival? It had to be asked eventually, didn't it? Well, that's a little different. Within a group, we're trying to strengthen each other, and that group as a whole. So there's less of a conflict of interest. We all pull in the same direction. It can still be messy, however. It's important to avoid conflict of interest. Reasonable adults with strong awareness can sort through mess, I would hope. Right, okay. Good to know, for reasons. Now let's size up our rivals. For the auction head, I do recognize a few. That one's the owner of Pixapalooza on the other side of town. He admitted he's amiable and willing to make trades, but will happily take advantage of someone who don't know the true value of games they're trading. She's a private collector with a basement full of retro cabinets. She's perfectly willing to overpay to get the game she seeks, meaning she'll probably snap up some of the best deals from Hamza, should Hamza allow it. She's... Can't say I've ever seen her at one of these events before. Might be worthy figuring out who she represents. Often arcades or collectors will send a proxy in their stead. As for him, he looks familiar, but I can't quite place the face. That's two people wearing sunglasses at night. The optimum of cool.
Doubtful.
Yes, well, the sports coat over t-shirt looks somewhat negates that. I could swear I've seen him before, though. Gavin suddenly snaps a photo of the man in a jacket before loading up. Wait a second. Facial recognition module, current camera roll, latest picture. As you like, Mr. Cooper. He catches me staring in confusion. You have an Irish as well, yes? Should become a commune assistant app. Well, likely a free version with less features than my premium edition, but yeah, I guess. I'm just used to Irish being my digital BFF, not someone else's. Don't forget, Jessica, Juniper's my friend too. I have a lot of friends. Friends are great. Friends are fun. Your Irish calls you Jessica, not Miss MacArthur? Yeah. Is that bad? I suppose I'm just iffy on a piece of software acting too familiar. Anyway, judging from who's present and accounted for, I have sincere doubt we'll be able to make a win on any games. Two of them have deep pockets, and the other two are unknowns. Naomi was disappointed undoubtedly, but that's probably for the best. The girl has a tendency to let flights of fancy overrule common sense. Which reminds me of earlier, though, about the disagreements the two have had and continue to have. I know we've got rivals to deal with, but maybe it's high time to ask about letting it go again and again. It gets old, you know? Did Francine need to stop sacrificing the dreams of others just to keep the arcade open? Gavin, if Francine was awake, I'm pretty sure she wouldn't like to hear you talking that way. I know it's difficult to balance the dreams of everyone at the arcade with the need to keep the arcade going, but Naomi's got every right to have her dream. Have you always been at odds like this? That's so sad to think about. Can't you two find a common ground? Gavin's expression softened somewhat. We have common ground, the arcade itself. I'm aware that I can be cold or distant, that my desire to protect Naomi's dreams sometimes leads me to think I need to protect the dream from itself. Believe me, if I had the resources, I'd be happy to buy Naomi all the aging cathode ray tubes and joysticks she desires.
Rather disappointing.
I don't enjoy trying to bring her down to the hard reality we live in. I don't enjoy the hard reality we live in, for that matter. But the funplex is very low tier as arcades go. Even some of the private collectors have larger and more impressive arcades than we do. So until the day our fortunes turn skyward, I'm afraid I need to play the villain for Naomi's sake. I cared too much for her to do otherwise.
Apologies.
Better she hate me for what must be done than hate me for letting it fall apart. I can't say I want to be hated, but it needs to be when the devil drives. Until I can filet mignon for lunch every day instead of pizza bagels, until my spiritual satisfying job becomes a physically satisfying one, no, there's no point harping on that, or on Juniper locking me out of a better job. This is a better job. It's up to me to make the most of it. Beep beep, Mr. Cooper. My financial analysis completed. Profile number 180551. Identified Mr. Franco Sterling, buyer of Nostalgic Commodities Incorporated.
I think not.
No, that's not right. I remember that face. He didn't work for that trading company. Think, Gavin, think. Where did I see him before? Iris, did Mr. Sterling work for Putter's Green Mini Golf and Game before joining Nostalgic Commodities? Correct, sir. And who's currently owner of Nostalgic Commodities? Checking. Please wait. Bum, 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 bum. The music's always so catchy. So, do we just stand here or... Scan completed. Nostalgic Commodities is owned by Deku's Palace, LLC. Wait, what? I thought that... Before Kia finished the sentence, Franco Sterling split away from his little mingling circle to come mingle with us. Gavin Cooper, long time no see. How's the strip mall? Still stripping?
Indeed.
Ah, indeed, very much so. When we first meet, you were a fresh-faced recruit there. Not that there's much fresh face about the funplex, eh? Come on, let me pour you a drink. We can talk old times. A drink would be a deal, thank you. So, how's the wife? He rapidly taps on his short messages before tucking the tablet under one arm and departing with Mr. Sterling in tow. Jessica, you've got mail. Quickly unlock my phone and load up the funplex new group messenger app. That one was my idea. Tell Hamza we have a spy. I'll distract Franco. A secret mission. I mean, not that it would end in an intense white-knuckled shootout, but I still have to take the need to settle these seriously. There are rivals and colleagues. Raising a stink wouldn't do right. I approach a small group chatting away with Hamza, the auction master. Not ideal, but it'll have to do. Hamza, sir, can I have a word in private? Hamza, sir, can I have a word in private? Please, Jessica MacArthur, simply call me Hamza. Okay, Hamza, can I have a word in private? As you like. It's not good to create a scene. He leads me a short ways from the group. From across the room, Gavin offers me a brief nod of approval. Does something vex you, Jessica MacArthur? You don't need to sell games. You don't like to sell games to Deco Palace, right? Absolutely not. It would be an insult to the very nature of games to allow the industrial stamped brand of pseudo-fun to pilfer my holdings. Okay, see that guy in the sunglasses and bad jacket? Franco Sterling, yes, he works for Mini Golf Green, just outside the city. Not anymore. Gavin got proof he works for Deco.
Deco Nami.
Hello! Hamza strides out of the middle of the room and claps his hands sharply for attention.
Franco Sterling, you will present yourself to Hamza immediately.
Something wrong, Hamza? Yes, Hamza has been fooled. He has been delicate in determining friend from foe.
This displeases Hamza.
And you, Franco Sterling, are foe to all hard-working arcades and collectors. You work for Deku. Gavin Cooper has identified you as a minion of the advisory. Hey, hang on a second. What is my one rule, Franco Sterling? All sales are final. What is my other rule, Franco Sterling? Okay, look, you've got Mr. Deco all wrong. He's just a hard-working American businessman.
You dare invoke the wrath of Hamza?
The entire industry devolve into a series of children casinos, splitting out tickets at a pull of a slot machine lever. He has no love for games. The only thing he loves is greed. I am not describing the terrible salads in his family restaurants. Begone! Begone from Hamza's side immediately, Franco Sterling! Sterling cast an angry look my way, and at Gavin, the one who fingered him. Well, thanks for screwing us both over, Gavin. Deku doesn't forgive those who mess with his business, or those who fail him. You could have left my name out of this, Hamza. And why? The others should have known you worked in their interest. None of us wish to see that monopolistic tycoon consume the entire arcade industry.
Deco Nami shall find no succor in the halls of Hamza.
Thank you. Gavin Cooper, Jessica MacArthur, Hamza considers you as friends. Thank you for purging my gala of that foul influence. Funny considering Gavin specifically said he didn't consider Hamza a friend. I guess that doesn't work both ways, as Hamza offers us both a warm smile of gratitude. At which Naomi comes running upstairs along with several others who were busy scouting the games below. What's going on? I heard shouting. Hamza has ejected a representative of the Dark Carnival known as Deku's Palace from our midst, and not soon enough in Hamza's opinion. Oh, okay. Guess everything's fine then. Excuse me, I'm gonna go get my work apron on since I will be moving games soon. Naomi, if you don't mind, after you change, we should coordinate our wish list. I want that settled before the auction begins. No, don't leave me alone with the Bonchalani orgy master. Excellent. Now let us resume our social amusement and just alert just a MacArthur. We will speak, yes? Hamza leads me off away from the chatting crowd, presuming not to eat me or yell at me or anything like that.
I make it a point to get to know all who attend my gatherings. Clearly, I have been remiss, as I allowed one who works with the hated Dekonami to enter.
It's understandable.
Hamza would like to know you better, my friend. Not that Hamza assumes you to be a spy, of course. It is simply a matter of what is proper and right.
I'm just a floor attendant for the funplex. Not much else to say.
Come now. Surely there's more to you than that. Share with Hamza. Consider me an impartial third party. Surely there are matters that occupy your mind which would be inappropriate to air to your business partners?
Baby! Okay, this guy's clearly on a fishing expedition for dirt. Considering the high court of arcade royalty I'm supping with, maybe it's best not to give him anything. But I also don't want to make relations difficult for funplex. If this guy's really the leading supplier of cheap arcade games. Honestly, I've had a long run of bad luck. I won't bore you with my whole story, but the TLDR is that my family had a curse for foul luck for quite a few years. Moving from city to city, job to job, after I left home, I couldn't find stable work, not until the funplex, I guess. I'm determined to make this work, but I'll admit, I'm in vulnerable position. It's not exactly a jet-setting executive role.
Hamza agrees.
Ah, yes. I see the dilemma in your face. I have seen it many times before, in fact, including firsthand. Yes, I have known hardship, we all have. In the course of events, you are not alone in this condition, Jessica.
Hamza began as a mere urban explorer and hunter of rare objects for a wealthy buyer in Dubai.
Ah?
You see, many debts pursued me. And in return for assistance in paying them, I stocked the arcade of his dreams. In time, my patron released me entirely from the woes of debt.
Ah?
They were difficult years, productive years to be certain. And throughout them, Hamza learned how to use the mystique of being Hamza to better achieve his goals. Now I stand before you with power, and with hard-earned respect for that power. I leverage it to ensure that those who respect games as I do can enjoy them, even if they lack coin.
Yay!
But yes, I have known hardship. We all have in the course of events. You are not alone in that condition, my friend.
Thank you. Okay, so, how to get out of that condition? Do I need to inject myself into a wealthy prince or something too?
No. You will need the will to dream, and the will to work.
Yay.
The will to make the trade-offs that will bring you closer to your ambitions.
Francine was mentioning something about that earlier. Wisdom and beauty, that is Francine. I'm trying not to make trade-offs though. Not to settle, my parents. They gave up so much just to barely scrape by. Ah, that is the puzzle, is it not? What to trade? Allow me to regale you with a story. Hamza makes a sweeping gesture to the beautiful ruin of Donnawood Mansion, and to an oil painting hanging on the wall. At one time, Donna Michaels was a star on the rise. She had all she could ever desire, and indulge in her desires all day long. Oh, it looks like a mix of Madonna and Lady Gaga. But so indulgent was she that she failed to maintain the work that brought her here. After her second album didn't reach expectations, she lost interest. For years she lurked in these walls as a recluse, playing games for hours and hours. Rumor has it she found dead within a beloved arcade, hands still wrapped around a glowing joystick. She starved to death, lost in the game. I'd say that's ridiculous, but I've seen Percy play for hours and hours at a time. And now, her lost and intimate spirits haunts this very place. Adrift, it is a ghost in the machine. Too spoopy for me, man. Too spoopy indeed, and obviously a grim fairy tale rather than reality, but I feel there's important truth buried in any myth. I ask you, was Donna's life spiritually satisfying? She didn't need to make any more albums. She wanted nothing and had everything. You could have even said she died doing what she loved, playing games. Okay, but she still died. No getting around that.
Hamza agrees.
Precisely. So many years thrown away, refusing the world around her in favor of a dream. A dream is a lovely thing, Jessica Mavapa, but you must balance a dream in one hand and the world in the other at times. Naomi, she clings to a dream. Gavin, he clings to the world. Neither of them are truly happy as a result. And what of you, Jessica Mavapa? Do you seek to be truly happy? Oh, duh. What else was I going to answer except yes? But Hamza pressed a finger to my lips to silence me. Hold that thought. The auction is about to begin. Hamza claps twice, calling the room.
Greetings, friends.
Friends, let us proceed to the arcade below. We have many games to bid on, all of which must be out the door by morning. As always, I will accept alternate bids, but test not that the patience of Hamza. If your bid is not a serious offer, the hours grow short. Any titles which find no takers will go to my own collection, but my hope is to find a happy home for every machine, one which will love and respect these games. He motions for me in particular to follow as the group follows downstairs. This way, this way. A bunch of folding chairs have been set up in front of a large HD TV. One of Hamza's assistants loads up a photo, slideshow of games and offer as group settles in. Hey, shouldn't Francine be here for this? It's technically her money. She trusts the two of us to make the right decisions on purchasing games. Plus, I'd hate to interrupt her nap, or her knitting, or both. I swear, she can knit in her sleep. Ooh, I'm too nervous. I'm gonna go browse the games again. See if there's any I missed. It's so dark down here. I could swear I didn't see them at all. How about you, Jessica? Want to watch the auction with me, or help Naomi search the arcade? I'm fine either way. Ultimately, you're only need to help us log our purchases out the door, so do whatever you like. Thanks, I think. Let's say with Gavin. I did Naomi a lot last time. I mean, I like Naomi. She's a cute bean, but I want to stick with... I didn't do a lot of Gavin's objectives. I want to kind of keep myself spread out. So, Gavin, I'll help you. Let's wave the paddle around. Auctioneering sounds fun. Do I get to wave our bidding paddle around? Hamza's auctions are usually a shout-out-loud affair rather than discreetly signaling, but I admire your enthusiasm. I settle next to Gavin. No one of the rickety old folding chairs, not quite as posh as the boutique spread above, but hey, it's business time.
Naomi sent me a list of games she wants me to bid on. We argued it a bit, and I managed to bring her down to 3 must-haves, and the rest would be nices.
Got it.
Needless to say, if the would-be nices start bidding up, I won't be bothered.
Got it. Do we have storage space for the would-be nices?
Well, technically, yes.
Technically, we do! What about the cash?
Like I said, only if they don't get driven through the roof.
Got it. Then maybe keep an open mind, right? Don't forget to see the forest for the trees while looking at the bigger picture or something.
Right. As Francine says, I know. But there are certain hard realities in play.
It has begun.
Okay. I half expect mid-90s techno to start blasting and its slideshow begins, but nope, it's just pretty old photos of little games.
Behold!
Look at this beautiful game. They could be yours, all yours. But before we dive into it, I'd like a moment to recognize Madonna Michaels, spirit inhabits these halls. We who are about to rescue her games to do so out of respect for her and her passion. May her soul be at peace with her beloved arcade in good hands. I thought he didn't believe in the tall tale, or is he just being theatrical because it's the way of Hamza? Now then, shall we commence the auction, friends? I settle in and wait for Gavin to take an interest in the games on bid. Our next item for bid... Oh hey, I recognize it. It's a joust. It's just like the one I moved out of the floor 2 weeks ago. Gavin frowns at his tablet, confused. Why is this on Amy's must-have list? We already own one of these. The bidding opens at Pitnitz, a mere $50. Gavin shakes his head, ready to let it slide by. She might want it for replacement parts. This machine breaks down a lot, right? Well, having spares in storage would mean not needing to buy more parts for it.
Impressive.
Astute, and good reason to bid on it, I agree. Iris, give me a quick price check on the sum of all key components in the Joust machine. As you wish, Mr. Cooper. Done. Individual components componed together compile to $400. Gavin gets to his feet. 300, please.
Such fire!
Oh, at last Gavin Cooper shares his fire. Will anyone step? $1,000 to complete my midway collection. Well, crap.
Hamza must
I'm curious,
consider
Gavin,
this.
tell me, why do you seek this game? Naomi's pride and joy is full of restored jousts, but it breaks down frequently. I want to keep her dream alive by giving her an organ donor. Ooh, you put Hamza in a strange position. You have between a collector craving her holy grail and a young girl's dream.
Sold!
But Hamza must bow to physical force that keeps his fans fulfilling. Sold for $1,000. Seems once he hears a bid he likes, it's all over. Not going once, going twice. However, as Hamza's not without a heart, I have mostly working company copy of that game and my personal stock that I have been meaning to restore. Gavin Cooper, I grant it to you for free. Free?
Such is the iron
This
will
is the will of
Hamza.
Hamza. Question it not. The collector sits grumbling.
Thank you.
Thank you, Hamza. You're most kind. I am most capricious, but thank you for the precious of all praise, all the same. Onward. But next on the action is rather a unique piece. And egad, it's one of those ugly football games. It looks like the side art sticker won't even put on straight. The white paint is totally uneven and the marquee's been broken. The monitor has a big old as is note. The joystick has 4 different crashing colors. Do I hear 50? 40? Wait. Ned Gavin whispering. Put a bid on it.
Pardon?
Why? It's positively grotesque. I recognize the shape of the joystick colors. That's not a real football game. It's a TMNT. Aha! A cheaply done conversion. No doubt some fool thought he'd get some profit off a sports game and as he chopped it up. We need restoration work, granted, but slowly he stands up.
I suppose.
I suppose if we were to take it for 40, maybe we can salvage the monitor. Good, good. All games deserve a home, even the ugly ducklings. Are there any other bids? No? Not a one? Very well.
Sold!
Sold to Gavin Cooper of the Funplex. Thank you. After Gavin sits down, I can swear I spun Hamza wink at me. Does he know I just conned him? And is he okay with that?
Impressive.
You know, Jessica, you're more knowledgeable about old arcade games than I thought you'd be. Well, my parents took me to an arcade all the time back when I was a kid. I had a few favorites like TMNT, Q*bert, and the random game I'll be purchasing today. And those were good times. Better times.
Very well.
Well, I suppose we can relive those good times a little once Naomi restores that game. During your breaks and after work, please. Yes, sir. I realize my demeanor is one for seriousness, but it's not like I'm anti-fun. I enjoyed a Pillbong game or two, for that matter. I thought that was more of a challenge, though. Order to chaos, developing mastery over the game, and so on. Which is fun for me. Fun is highly valuable concept from person to person. For example, undoubtedly Naomi is going to have considerably fun restoring TMNT back to its former glory precisely because it is so multitude. The Funplex provides fun for any form of visitor requires. That's my end game and the goal I reach for. The tricky part I found is balancing conflict fun, ensuring as many dreams are realized as possible despite reality being rather harsh about it all. We need to watch our budget today. We're going to optimize that fun. Do you understand? I guess being not the most fun for you. I suppose it is as that.
Revel in the splendor.
Next, a rare find indeed. What should surely be jewel of my collector's treasury trove, provided that they are discreetly collectors who appreciate such splendor. And the next game is a black and white driving game from 1970X. I give you Death Race, inspired by the movie of the same name, decorated with skulls and sparked controversy.
Seriously?
That relic is seriously nailed and must-have list? Absolutely not. Not only is it an ancient artifact of bygone age, I'd rather not have an angry parent mad little Timmy ran people over in a video game. They're gremlins, not humans. Very, very brave little white blobs and gremlins. Doesn't matter, it won't earn, and earning is critical for small arcades such as ours. It's part of the history and important to Naomi. Okay, so it wouldn't earn, but it's a legendary game, Gavin. It's important to the lore of our arcades is undeniable. More importantly, Naomi wants this game. You told me your dream is to support the dreams of others. Considering we got Joust for free and got TMT for pennies on the dollar, I think we can afford to make her dream come true. You're right. I've been letting so many of her wishes slip by during this auction. Perhaps this is the ideal time to make it up with her and obtain a unique treasure. Hamza, the Funplex bids $250. Gadzooks! I find that like it could go for a paltry $250. Bid $300. $400. Consarn 500.
Such fire!
5. We have 5. Do you have any numbers above that? 6. 6 of one, half a dozen of another. Tarnation! Yes! No one willing to match?
Sold.
It seems you have won yourself a piece of arcade history, Gavin Kugler. Sold! Certified Gavin sits down and offers me a curtain of things. And that's everything on the list. Well, we must have a few would be nice. Now to sit and wait while Hamza grinds his way through the rest of the stock. We can't start moving games out until the auction complete. Good. Gavin seems pleased with how things are going. I can also see the hints of suggestion of possibly a smile.
Thank you.
I have to say, Jessica, I'm glad your support today, which is honestly surprising as ordinary and perfectly happy to be working alone. Sticking with me through the den of vipers and the auction itself. He's shown character. Don't think I haven't noticed. Oh no! No! I think we work well together, and maybe we could be something more. No, if I'm gonna do a Gavin route, I'm gonna do a Gavin route fully. I'm trying to stick to a Queen Bee route. Hey, I'm just glad to support the funplex any way I can. I suppose you've met the ladder of the law, but I'd argue you've done more than that. Even being here now instead of Ashley is something. Anyway, Naomi's not planning to check, so you can go find her. I'm sure she's around somewhere. Let her know what we bought. Sure thing. Oh no! Leaving the extended auction master to his compatriots behind, I start wandering through the maze-like arcade to Donna Wood's private collection. Naomi, where the heck are you? Dark and quiet back here. Where could Naomi be? It's not like an infinite plane of games. There's only so many places she could hide. Another one part of the game, the screen lights up. I freeze in my tracks as I stand accidentally brush past the glowing joystick. It seems familiar, like something from a story I heard. Oh no! Hamza's tall tale. He said Donna Michael supposedly died while playing one of those games. A game of glowing joysticks. I should walk away. I should go. I'm on official funplex duties. It's been very good about gaming when I should not be working. But someone's already started recording. The game is ready to play. One game wouldn't hurt, right? Just one. I'm gonna save? Yes. We're gonna save? Yes, please. Yes, please. And I'm gonna leave this episode of Arcade Spirits here. I'm having a lot of fun with this game. This game is by far my favorite game. And now we're working a few more routes out. Since where I live is kind of in a complete stay-at-home, stay-safe order right now because of what's going on outside, I will be playing this in my spare time to do a few of the other routes, like Gavin's, Percy's, Naomi's, and Ashley's. But right now, for the channel, I'm primarily working on Queen Bee's route. But I might come back and do a few more routes if I feel up to it. If anyone wants to see me do a few more routes, leave comments down in the links below. But thank you guys so much for watching. As always, tweets, Torque shaded below. I'll leave a link to the game down there as well. Down there. Just like what I do. Make sure to flick that bell icon. Tap that beautiful subscribe button. Also, make sure to smash that like button. And yeah. And as always, I will see you guys in the next video. Curb!